What's going on, folks? We're live with Big Dog Odds on President's Day. Is that what day it is?
I think something like that.
All right, decent. We have special guest Dustin Pavlik here today. Pavy, what's going on, boss?
Not much, man. Trying to stay warm here. Got the fireplace roaring today. A little chilly outside. How are things in Franklin?
Franklin's peachy. A little bit of snow expected, but
I think we're gonna get snowed in here over the next day or so.
maybe might be like a snowpocalypse or something like that, if that's even a word. I love the fireplace and the little setup you got going on there with the screen. It's
Yeah,
classic.
I like what you got going on there. The sports theme. This is kind of quick setup, but we'll have to get something going.
I like it. All right, so Pavlik joins me today. We're going to talk a little bit about the stock market. We're going to talk a little bit about what Dustin does for a job. And but first, how about we talk about our relationship, how we met, and then we'll just kind of progress from there.
Sounds good, man. I guess you could say high school sports brought us together. Uh, High school volleyball. Noah played for Rocky Grove. Since since Franklin didn't have a team, he played for the Grove. We always looked forward to playing them. It was always fun. Noah's a tall goon, so he always made the games fun. And then they had this kid, AJ, I think his name was.
Yeah, Cooley.
It was so funny. It was always a blast playing you guys. Kind of always came into it knowing we were going to win, but
Yeah,
we made it, we made it fun. Coach Johnson always made it fun, messed around, and made it a good time. But yeah, so we kind of talked through the net a little bit, the one game, and what happened from there.
You hit me with the follow on Twitter after the game. I knew it was real.
The follow on Twitter, yeah, that sounds right. And then we kind of just became boys. We both started off college at Slippery Rock. We started hanging out and hooping quite a bit there, which was a lot of fun. There are a lot of good people at Slippery Rock. I only hung around for one semester, but made some good friends, and we won a volleyball intramural championship together. So that was cool.
Good times. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
was, folks, once Pavy hit me with the follow on Twitter, I knew it was real. I know when we were at Slippery Rock together, we just had a good relationship there. Still do. Still hang out a lot. As long as I drive up to Sagertown to see him. He is close to the casino, so that's kind of the. I think that's a pitch about 9 out of every 10 times I go to your house. You're like, oh, dude, we're so close to the casino.
yeah, that sounds about right. Something like that.
But yeah, that was a good relationship. Just came out of high school sports. Who would have known?
Yeah, man, that's where most friendships originate from. I feel like high school sports. That's how you get your name out there and meet some cool people.
No doubt. All right. Next, what do you do for a living, and how'd you start? What are you currently doing, etc. You just want to run us through that process?
Yeah, sounds good. So basically, back to tying in the whole college thing and only being at Slippery Rock for one semester. I was always working. Like I'd go home. I went home like every weekend pretty much and worked all weekend. Just kind of how I always was. I've worked since I was like 16, the day I got my driver's license, basically. So ended up commuting from Edinburgh, moved back home, lived at home. Uh, Pretty much wanted to try and graduate college debt free. So that helped out significantly. And then I started a landscaping business, which was nice. I could do that during school. Um, make pretty decent money doing that, especially as a college student. So that helped out a lot. And then end of junior year of college, ended up getting into my first rental property, and just dove right in. And I read every book you pretty much could, watched all the videos, and fell in love with it. Just the freedom that it can provide and the passive income. Love seeing that passive income every month. I mean, it's once you see it a little bit, once you get your feet wet a little, you're just in love with it. So continued with that. Still have both businesses today. Mostly focused on the real estate. I'm closing on 5 units here in the next week or so. Goal for this year with that is take I have 16 units right now and only double, get to 32.
Okay.
Um, that's kind of just my dad has properties as well. He has 32 units, so I told him I would pass him by the time I was 30. So
There you
if I can
go.
get to if I can get to him this year at 20, I'll be turning 26 in March. So
Whew.
trying to get to him this year. It's kind of just like a competition, dad son competition we've always had. He's fine with where he's at, and he doesn't really want any more. But I told him I'd get him by 30, so I
Awesome.
want to do it sooner than later.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So now we know Dustin. We know how Dustin and I have met. I'm sure all 5 of my viewers were just chomping at the bit of how our relationship developed. Now, so stock market wise, recently you said you were in AMC, I think, missed the GameStop boat, but um, I think
Yep.
I missed the GameStop and AMC boat completely. And at the same while I was a little upset about it, my grandma was like, "Oh, you didn't get in GameStop. What do I think at the same time, like I'm looking at it and I was seeing it at like 210, 220, whatever. That was the first time I was like checking it out, and I'm just like, I think
Right.
good I missed the boat because I wouldn't have wanted to just, what I mean, once you get it, you get in too late, you're just gonna, you know, might turn into paper hands Portnoy, losing couple hundred grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You got to find it a good entry point. That's kind of the same boat I was in. I missed out in the beginning and it just got too high too quick. So I avoided that one at all costs.
and then you can hop into penny stocks every single day, and what I mean, you can return the same percentages without investing. You know, I wouldn't even be able to invest that much at all into GameStop. I'd be able to get like a couple shares, but
Right. Yeah. You're mostly into the penny stocks, huh?
yes, sir. That's why I like TD Ameritrade. I'm not promoting them at all. I'm just saying they have pretty much every single pink sheet stock or OTC I've ever looked up. They have, so
Yeah.
kind of nice there. What's your deal like with the stock market? What are you looking at? Do you have any long-term plays or do you have more short-term? What have you bought recently? I think you said you're an AMC
Okay.
about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, I mean, just a brief overview. Kind of back around the same time I bought my first rental. Kind of was just weighing the pros and cons of stocks versus real estate and just diving and all that. And basically starting out, I put about the same amount of money in each investment vehicle. And I mean, I could tell right away real estate just blows it out of the water. So
Okay.
that's pretty much what I've stuck with long-term investment wise. I mean, just the percent returns that I saw from each just made it pretty clear from an early point. So stuck with that. But I mean, I do have still have that long-term portfolio through Vanguard.
Okay.
Um, which I mean, it's one of those things. If the right real estate deal came up, I'd dump it all into that. Uh, then like this past fall, I would say, kind of got into the whole day trading thing. Um, just kind of in my free time, and it's gone surprisingly well. At first, it kind of had some up and downs. Didn't really know what I was doing, but then I like most things I do. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it 110%. So I dove right in to learning. I mean, spend weekends just learning, reading, watching videos and stuff. Um, so then, so then recently, in the winter when I don't have much going on, I've been hitting it a little harder. You know, on Webull you can trade from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if you're trading stocks daily, I highly recommend getting on Webull. So I mean, most days it's crazy though. Once you start waking up at 4 a.m., you're just in it, man. So most days up at 4 a.m., seeing how everything's doing. And yeah, it's crazy, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's almost too much sometimes. But
I should
yeah,
probably
so
that. That might help me out trading wise, just because I have. But the problem is the items I trade or the companies, the stocks I'm trading aren't on there.
right.
But
Yeah, it is nice because you get like you'll get news before or after hours, and then I mean most accounts you can't do anything about it. You got to wait till the next day. You might already miss the run, so it's a huge advantage, I think. Um,
for sure.
but yeah, so basically missed out on the GameStop run, and then the next thing was kind of AMC when I was very lucky. I got in at like $2.50, and it ran like $25 the one day. That was a morning, woke up at 4 a.m. and it just popped off. It took off. It was running into the 20s. So ended up scaling profits on that. Um, and it dropped back down. I mean, it was just a classic pump and dump, as you know. So,
That's all it is.
but
Like,
yeah, I'm glad I got out. I got out a decent time. Um, so we did pretty well on that one. Recently, SNDL, which is like a Canadian cannabis company.
yeah,
No,
okay.
kind of started out as, I mean, it's just a penny stock really. It was trading in the 20 cent range all summer. I've been on it since last summer actually. It's had a lot of crazy volume, which recently it's been hitting like 1 billion in volume. I think a day this past week it hit 2 or 3 billion when it popped off. So that was when I was in like the 80 cent range. Uh, it ended up blowing up to the threes. Actually, pre-market, the day it popped off, it almost hit $5 a share. So yeah, it just went nuts. So I had some pretty good gains on that. Um, and then a little more expensive company that I'm probably in this for the more the long term is Clover Health. They have partnerships with Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens,
Okay.
and I really like the Walmart partnership because they're trying to take over as the leader in healthcare uh, going forward. So being in with them, I think that's huge. I got in like the $12 range, and I think it got up as high as like 17 at one point. Kind of dropped back down here last couple of weeks in the 12s, 13s, but I can see this stock doubling this year probably.
Okay.
Uh, Doubling, tripling, I would think the $20 to $30 range at least. So pretty much what I'm on for right now. A few other penny stocks, keeping keeping an eye on day in and day out. Um,
Yeah,
so
I like it.
yeah. How about you?
I was gonna ask you what you're looking at. Like you said, you have some penny stocks that you kind of just day trade. If you had anything this week that we're looking at, or
Um, yeah. So basically, there's only like three stocks under $1 left. Um,
in your portfolio, that is.
no, no, like the whole, I guess the Nasdaq, I believe, like everything just has been running like crazy. So I'm keeping an eye on those final stocks that are under $1. Because it just seems like everyone's kind of hopping on them. Just the fact that everything's been going over $1 and running like crazy. So kind of keeping an eye on those. Um, Hoping that they take off a little bit again. I'm in one right now, NAC. It's a like a mining company. Um, and it at like the 80 cent range too. It ran up to like $1.20 this past week. It's been fluctuating a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on it, see what it does.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in. I have 11 stocks right now that I'm in, and they're all fraction of a cent. You know, whether it's 7/10 of a cent, 3/10 of a cent, 6/100ths of a cent. I'm just hopping in and basically what I do. I mean, I just I don't. I'm not legitimate investor in it in the stock market. I just kind of have like, okay, I have a couple $100 set aside for it. So try to distribute that.
Right.
Once I went all in on Penn National last February, and then kind of
Man, we missed out on that opportunity.
We could have got that at $4 a pop, and that would have been
I mean, I hit it from like 10 to 50 and then got out, but I mean it's at like 110 something now. I mean, could have made some serious coin on that.
Last week. I might even cap 120, top 120. But yeah, I just I like the
I think I saw that at one point.
I'll check out some I've a lot of stocks here on the list. Like basically I just try to find something that you can look and see similar companies at a couple dollars a share. And if something's like, I don't know, if it's that cheap, if it's 7/10 or 7/100 of a cent, like the odds of it, if you catch wind of it, I'm not saying to just buy straight hype, but a lot of times that's what I'll do. I'll be researching online. And if a lot of people are talking about it, or on my stock quits, if a lot of people are watching it, then I'm just going to kind of get in it. And usually those run up if there's a lot of buzz about them, just because people, I mean, obviously the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Like you saw it with GameStop, people are scared to miss out on it. So they're just buying in way overvalued. But at the same time, I really don't care if I can get it at face value, maybe even a little undervalued, have it run up a couple cents, couple tenths of a cent, and then you're like doubling your money. I was
right.
I sat down with my grandpa yesterday. We were looking at like my investments and whatnot. The last 3, because he's like, "You looking at the market right now?" And I was like, "No, it's closed." And then he was, he just loves the fact that he got me into like sports betting and going up to the casino and stock market, and he got me into all of it. Now he's kind of loving it because he's kind of out of it now. But I'm up like 960% in the last 2 weeks on my investments. So obviously that's probably long term.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Is that sustainable? No, probably not. But just let a man dream. No. But at the same time, I would much rather, he has like a guy, like a financial advisor, which I'm like, hey, if that's your thing, go for it. But I'm like telling them, I'm trying to set him up with an accountant. It's like, me personally, especially for like how little money I'm putting in, like I'm never going to want anybody else to manage my money anyway, let alone like I'm only putting in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple $100, maybe a little over $1,000, $2,000-ish.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, so this is our
for all about that before, the whole financial advisor thing.
Yeah. For all the people watching this, Dustin and I made a video. We tested it out on our phones, right? Did it from our hot tubs. I dropped my phone in my hot tub before we started filming. And we did like a 25-minute, it was perfect, video cast or show, whatever you want to call this. And after I played it back, I couldn't even hear them. I think my speaker kind of got a little bit damaged in the hot tub. That was only the second time I've dropped it in the hot tub, though. And then the other time, I was on a time crunch, had somewhere else to be. So I like made the video, and then I just thought it would automatically upload. I came back home, didn't upload. So I was telling Patrick before we started, like, it kind of feels fake. It's like the third time we're doing this show, and it's just like, so, I mean, if this doesn't work, if something happens here, I might just,
we have the script. We have the script now.
Oh yeah, right. I'm about to. If this doesn't work, I'll grab a fork out of and I'll just jam it in my thigh, and then I'll do it for content too.
Yeah, but yeah,
people would pay for that.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, we're thinking about doing a weekly tub talk from the hot tubs. So
I have to get a nicer.
Stay tuned for that.
I'm gonna have to get a nicer phone, one that can withstand the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, definitely. So you said you're handling all your investments basically
Yeah.
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I am. I've always been that way.
Yeah. I find it not counterproductive. Like obviously professionals know what they're doing. They're very good at their jobs. But me personally, I'm just like, why am I gonna pay somebody to manage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it just to me it just doesn't make sense. But it's just not my thing. So
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way, man. Kind of just do it yourself. Always been that way with everything. Always wanted to work for myself and just kind of, yeah. I don't know. I don't see the benefits. I mean, I have the time and stuff, and I guess you gotta have some confidence in your own ability to do it. Uh, so yeah, stick to myself. I mean, I've done all right. You said you're up like 1,000% on
invest
your investment so far
I was actually yeah, I was
recent.
actually up a lot more. And then I was up
Hmm.
the one share I had, I was up like 1,800% just on that one. And then I bought I averaged up on it, but it's still like
Yeah,
double my money. But then when it went to 500%, you know what I mean? You go from 1,600, whatever. But I'm
right.
I'll take out like more, you know, like 60, 70% of what I put in, or I guess
Yeah,
100% or 170% of what I put in. And then I'm just letting the other 30, 40% ride. So that way you're
I
up,
got you. Yeah,
got money in the game. So
yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing with mine. Like, I kind of just I'm just doing it to earn a little bit extra on the side. Um, See where it goes. I'm pretty much in the same ballpark. I'm right around 1,000% up. Um, which is crazy, really. I mean, I started with like 2 grand. Um, Pretty much turned it into 25, which is huge because for those of you that didn't know, if your account's under 25 grand, you can only day trade 3 times in a 5 day period. Um, if you go over, you'll be marked as a um, pattern day trader, and they'll restrict your account from purchasing for 90 days. So getting to that 25,000 is huge. You have unlimited trades.
is that just,
So from there, no, that's everything,
oh, really?
at least from my understanding. Yeah,
I,
that's what
I get charged,
I don't know. Just from good. Go ahead.
I get charged like per
You
transaction.
get charged.
TD Ameritrade, yes.
Oh man, that's no good. There's a lot of most brokerages don't have fees anymore.
But the thing is, all the shares I want to trade are on there, but they're not anywhere else. Like they're not on We.
Well,
I mean, so
that's true. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I get that.
you just gotta pay for, you know what I mean? And that's what at first I was like, I can't do this each time. I get like X amount of free trades per month, and if I go over, that's good.
Yeah.
That means I'm pulling out, selling, and making money. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
No,
gotta,
it's been fun. It's definitely fun. I understand. I think we both understand the risk involved with it, but
right,
just like everything, and we're both gamblers, sports bettors. We wouldn't be doing it if we weren't making money, you know. I
right,
think
yeah, exactly.
you have to have you have to have that discipline in you. I think, yeah, we both had a little bit of success gambling, sports betting. I think we're both profitable at it. So
Thanks to Bama football.
until, yeah, Bama and a few others. So yeah, I mean, until you're like losing money and actually down and it's ruining your financial situation, um, I don't see it being that negative. A lot of people look down on it, but
Yeah.
we've had some fun with it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get, I mean, you know, I got lucky to start out. You know what I mean? I can probably admit that.
Yeah.
Like I said, just take some money out, stay ahead of the game, and then you just ride with what you got. You know. So
Yeah. 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 I mean, there's definitely some luck involved, but um, I mean, I had a weekend right before Christmas, just went nuts and ended up basically covering my whole trip to Florida that I just got back from, which was awesome. I mean, just taking some gambling winnings and having a vacation paid for
yeah,
was pretty cool, I think.
Pavy hit Florida for a month, and then he had me running his company while he was down there, knocking trees down.
Yeah, Noah did some work for me while we were gone. Did
He,
a good job.
he had a
Appreciate it.
he had a tree close to the like on a property that we got hired out to do. I'll say we just so it's I'm not like
I
official.
got you.
And I was putting it on my Snap story, and I get a text from Pavy. He said, "How'd it go? ... Couldn't watch your Snap story. Was too nervous." I hooked up the tree to my truck.
We were down in Key West.
I hooked up the tree to the truck, and I was
We
like,
were down in Key West, man.
I know you were. I
I
put
didn't. No, well, we were like we were out like we were having ourselves a day, and with my brother Trevor and his girlfriend. And I like pulled the first snap up. I'm like, dude, I can't watch these, man. I'm so nervous right now. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
I think you saw the video of me saying, "Well, folks, we got the notch cut, tree hooked up to the truck, and for PLC's sake, hopefully it comes down this way." Other than
Yeah, yeah,
that would have been wild. But yeah,
yeah. That was
I don't even know if I told you. I basically just pulled that down. Like I cut a huge notch in the tree, which I guess you're not supposed to do, but that's just how I always do it. And I was going, I had the truck, and as I started backing up, it was like coming towards me a little bit, and I was like, my friend was cutting the backside of it to put it down, and I just gunned it. I was gonna yell to him, beat the horn. I was like, I'm just gonna gun it. So he literally cut like 2 or 3 inches into the tree, and I just pulled that sucker down. He said, I heard it start cracking, so I just took off running. I was like, yeah. I said, I figured you'd just get out of the way once we got it going.
that's hilarious.
So
Yeah, I'm glad you guys did a good job.
we're gonna have to you're gonna have to call me next time you get a tree job. I love knocking trees.
I will.
Love pulling trees down with it. Nothing better.
Yeah,
Then we
yeah. It sure can be fun.
plant it some more to make sure the CO2 stays balanced in the world, right?
Oh yeah, you're one of those guys, huh?
No, I was just playing. Oh,
Yeah.
um,
So what are your like? I mean, it's your podcast video thing, I guess, but I just kind of curious. We're having a good conversation. Like, what are your goals with like all the investments and stuff? And
see, I'm a terrible investor because I literally don't have goals. I just buy cheap, and if I make a couple bucks, I'll sell. You know,
yeah,
I know there've been times I've been like, yeah, I kind of need like, maybe I'm going out to eat or whatever, going out for the night and be like, I need like 80 bucks or 50 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever. I'll just pull that. So
yeah,
like, hey, I'm good financially right now. I'm just going to let it ride. But like I said, usually if I'm putting money in, if it doubles, triples, quadruples, and then like I said, the one went up like 1,800%. It's just like I'll pull out, just theoretically, like put in 100, goes up to like 800, 900. I'll pull like 600 out, play with 300. You know what I mean? So just kind of
yeah,
I just want to make money with it. It's kind of tough. I teach and coach, so it's like I can't just sit in front of my computer all day. And like a lot of times I'll be buying stuff, and it's like if I have a late practice, then I'll be like, oh, I can go home and check it for a minute. But other than that, sometimes I'll go a whole week. Like if I have to be at school at 7 and I'm getting home at like 5:30 from practice. So it's just like I don't even have time to check.
Right.
It's a kind of a disadvantage, but at the same time, I'm not too worried about any of my stocks tanking. So I'm going to throw a couple here
Yeah.
at you, and then we can kind of cut the feed. I think we've been going at it a while. I'm not sure.
We just wing it, man. Just get it done and go.
Right. All right. So I'm going to throw a couple companies at you. I'll just throw you the tickers and then like a short, description of them. A couple I hopped in last week. PGIE, basically energy off and onshore gas. They're looking to acquire more places in the Gulf Coast, the Louisiana Gulf Coast, have some acreage in Kentucky. Second one, ADBN, basically an audiobook company. I think a situation we're in now, especially with people like commuting to work and whatnot, I feel like a lot of people are going to like kind of turn to audiobooks. I feel like they're kind of popular. PLSB, Make Lemonade, nutritional supplement, and there's like 7 different flavors. SRUP, cybersecurity, CYPW, excuse me. This one was a little bit interesting with all the, everybody going green. They did some research and development of a cyclone engine, so it can use any type of fuel. It can go on solar power, vehicle power, water power, and then they'll use like with the military, etc. They've had like 1,000 hours of trialing with it, experimenting with it. So I think that's something that could become a lot more popular. Maybe not like tomorrow, but that might actually be kind of a longer term hold for me. CNCM, they are in sales and marketing, advertising companies, government agencies, private companies they're already having contracts with. HFBG, Hall of Fame Beverages, they sell non-alcoholic beverages. Just again, these are just like companies that you can look at some other ones and see like I personally feel like there's some value in them. And then 4 that I've done really well on recently. Dark Pulse DPLS, they just have like fiber systems and sensors to basically determine the integrity of structures, like building structures, dams. They even do like gas line pipes, water line pipes. So I think that's something that could take off. I got that for 1/10 of a cent, and it's now at like 3.8 cents. Let me check here. I think I'm on.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was pulling a couple of these up on my screen while you were shouting them out.
So yeah, that's Dark Pulse. Then there's one HCMC, which is Healthier Choices Management. They're a brick and mortar in Florida, actually. They manage healthy food markets, and they also sell vapes. I don't really know where the full balance is there, but at the same time, it's it seems like
Maybe they're trying to do like a healthy vape, like a vitamin vape or something along those lines.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably it.
Could be.
So Dark Pulse, yeah, it's at 3.1 cents per share. So
yeah, I got that chart pulled up right now.
Galaxy, and again, I average up on this. I bought in at like 2.2 cents, 2.4 cents, and I think the lowest I was in was 1.4 cents or 1.6. They're at 6.5 cents a share right now. The HCMC, I threw a couple bucks into that, and they're up 129% in the last 2 weeks. And then, so HCMC, we talked about. Galaxy, they manufacture and distribute learning technology and audio solutions. So like online schooling, that's kind of why I hopped in there. Again, is it gonna be long lasting and sustaining? It might be. I have a couple of shares, but at the same time, there was hype around it. Everybody's like thinking it's a good idea. So fortunately I got in before, and then, now it ran up. So took some money off the top, now letting some ride. And then the last one, you're gonna love this one. The ticker is BOTY. So booty or body.
Booty. Booty.
Could be either one. But I got that for 0.06 of a cent. So 0.0006. That's a media company. So they do like live entertainment, digital home video, broadcasting TV, video on demand. They're trying to actually establish and build a wrestling league. And the main sales pitch they have on their company profile was that they have attractive females in lingerie, like as their main like hosts and, you know, entertainers and whatnot. So
I got you. Sounds like something our boy Portnoy would hop behind.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy might hop behind it and they get rolling. That's up 440% in the last like 2.5, 3 weeks. So
dang, not nice.
Yeah,
I might open a new account and get on some of these OTCs with you.
Listen, that's only 0.4 of a cent right now, 0.004.
That's crazy.
So you could hop in there. You could chuck some of your moldy money in there. So yeah,
we'll see.
Those are what I'm looking at, and we'll see. But for now, those are mine.
Yeah,
Man.
I got you. Yeah, it's all. I mean, I get like the long-term investing and all that, which we talked about before. I mean, you see like average return of, you know, like 7 to 10% typically.
Yeah.
It's what the S&P 500 has returned over time.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not enough for me, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean that's not even like, I don't think that's like arrogance or anything saying that. It's just like, it's just not like, I don't know. Everyone has different goals.
Yeah, you can take it
8%, man.
You can take it personally or whatever. Arrogant.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I'm just doing my thing.
That's how I look at it. I mean, I'll help anyone out. I love helping others out, whether it's getting into real estate or anything along those lines. But if you don't like what we're doing, that's on you.
Yeah, right. I'm not along the open lines. I mean, if people ask me, I'll definitely reach out to them. But like,
yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm going, like, I'm not. Me personally, I'm not really in a position to be like helping anybody out. I don't think. But
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think everyone should take our stock advice. That's for sure.
Yeah.
A little disclaimer: we're not professionals here. We're just doing it for fun.
Because making money's fun. Yeah, we're not financial advisors by any means, folks.
By no means.
I am to myself, though.
Hey, if we're both up 1,000%, man, I'll take it.
Well,
that's what
like 940. So
I'm not okay. 1,000. That's awesome, man. I love it. That's what like I love like when my friends. I love getting your gains in a day. I love when you snap me all that, man. I love seeing that. I want to see my boys do well.
Yeah, people love the snap story. I'm gonna have to start going live on YouTube whenever I'm betting.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Live from the hot tub. As long as I don't drop it in.
Yeah, we gotta get the tub talk down next time.
No doubt. All right, DP, thanks for hopping.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully anytime, my man. We'll be doing it some more, I'm sure. I like seeing you hopping in on it, whether you got 3 viewers or 300. Hopefully it grows into a little something.
Hey, who cares, right?
Yeah. Yep. As long as you're having fun doing it.
Just doing my thing, baby.
That's right. Love to see it, man. I love to see it.
All right. Well,
you got to root for people, man. Real quick, you got to root for other people. The law of attraction. You gotta be positive and root for others. So
Selfless.
it all comes back
Yeah,
full circle.
100% agree with
People
that.
people are too negative in this world.
No doubt. That's part of the reason I'm doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
on like 3 viewers. Hey, that's 3 people that might have liked it. A couple of my friends have texted me, yo, these are just straight gold. So even if they're lying, you know what I mean? At
Yeah.
least I'm like, I'm not the biggest loser on the internet, but
No, by no means.
all right. Well, thanks for hopping on. Pretty much that's all we had. I wanted to talk about today. I was probably a half hour, and then maybe I'll end this, save the recording, make sure that happens, and then we'll hop on
I
a little bit.
I sure hope this works.
Hey, if it doesn't, like I said,
This one better work, man.
hey, like I said, if it doesn't, I will go to my kitchen, get a fork, and I'll whack myself in the thigh. I'll draw blood. No
Take a
joke.
video. You gotta take a
Oh,
video.
yeah, it'll have to be because that's the only way people know I did it.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for having me on. I enjoyed it. We'll do it again.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll be back in a little bit with some NBA plays, but for now, let's go get some lunch and check out the NBA numbers. Oh, he's out. All right. We'll see you later, folks. Have a good President's Day. We'll catch you in a little bit.